All right, folks, this is Xearrik, and this is Triangle Strategy, the story so far, part 1, or last time on Dragon Ball Z, however you prefer to think about it. Anyways, this is a big, giant, grand story going on. There's lots of moving parts, there's lots of names, there's lots of nations and things happening and all kinds of parts and things, and we need some recaps. We need some recaps for those who weren't able to watch the entire stream so they don't lose their place. There's so many people, there's so many moving parts, there's betrayal and intrigue and all this other stuff going down, all right? And there's secrets, like the secret inside the cave. What's inside the cave? I need to know. What is it? What is it? Anyways, so we're gonna go through all that. We're gonna talk about all the different varying moving parts and stuff. That cave, that's the cave right there. What's in it? I don't know. We'll find out hopefully next time on Dragon Ball Z. Anyways, let's load up a save file where we're on the map so I can do a brief, really brief overview of the history. I'm not gonna get too deep into it. If you want the depth, you gotta watch the stream or you gotta play the game. I'm sorry. So let's go to a save here where we have here we go. So we've been playing the game for about 16 hours or so. That autosave isn't correct because I loaded up another save. We've been playing the game, I think, for about 16 hours or so. And yeah, there's a lot to go over. So we're trying to make it brief. There's 3. This is the map of, what's this place called? It's the map of a kingdom. A map of a place. Norzilia. Ah, Norzilia. This is the Norzilian map. As you can see, I knew that. I didn't forget. There's lots of names and I remembered. Trust me. Anyways, there's 3 major kingdoms in Norzilia. The Esfrost Kingdom. They got lots of iron and they export it. And it's cold. It's cold up there. Look how cold it is. Look, it's white. It's cold. All right. This over here. This here is Azant. Azant, they're salty. They have they're not, I don't mean like they're salty. I mean like they actually have salt. Okay? They have salt mines. And they have lots of it. So much so, like, these guys just aren't as good at finding salt for some reason. So, yeah. So, these guys have all the salt. They got a monopoly on it. And they're not cool with trading it cheaply. So, that makes these other 2 nations mad. This here is Glenbrook. Glenbrook, you know, they got the green. Look at all this green, right? They got the water, they got the green. That's what they're about, okay? Plus they're in the river right here, which links the 2 nations, technically 3. And so at some point about 30 years ago, there was a giant war between the 3 nations. And your house, the Wolfort house, was no minor player. That's the word. I knew that word. No minor player in the war. In fact, he was a great battle. I'm doing this at 3 a.m. I'm tired. Tactician, warrior of some sort, and many battles were won. But eventually, a truce was made because everyone was like beating crap out of each other. Lots of people were dying. Anyways, so you are the son of this heroic man. What's his name again? I mean, I know his name. I don't need to look at this page over here. Simone Wolfert. Here's his picture. Look at him. Big, hefty nobleman. But he's getting old and his heart is failing him. So he's going to advocate your house, actually. You're not like royalty, you're just like lords. And this is the heart of Glenbrook, and where the strongest of all the 3 major houses lie. And you're here. You're the 2nd strongest house. And Yeah, so second only to the first house with the royal people in it. Anyways, let me introduce. Oh yeah, so a truce was made and all this other stuff, and now it's fairly peaceful, and that's where the game begins. So let me introduce some of the characters and give them a bit of a backstory. All right, this is main character Destra. That's Serenoa. I knew that. I knew his name was Serenoa, and Serenoa is the son of the guy that was here, as I said, and he's just you. He's you, and he's actually about to take over this place because your daddy's health is failing, and he needs to step down and give you the position, and you take it. We'll go more into Serenoa's relationship with others in a moment, like for instance his relationship with one of the daughters of this great kingdom here in the north. This is Xearrik. Xearrik is a daughter of the royal duchy of something. I don't think they're royalty. It's just the duchy of something in the Frost. Anyways, she's only half related to them though, because the daddy had a concubine, and so this house is allying, they're strengthening their bonds. They're already allied sort of, but they're strengthening their bonds with the Glenbrook Kingdom by marrying off a half related to a second powerful house. So it's not a very strong bond that they're trying to add, but yeah, they're just trying to build links, right? They're trying to build links. On top of that, you might notice she has pink hair. That's actually not normal in this place. There are these people called Rosellans, and Rosellans are, I don't really know a whole bunch about them yet. As of what chapter wherever we're on in the game at the moment, we don't know a whole lot about them. But what we do know is that these people here are assholes sometimes. Hyzante, which claims to be like this free kingdom where everyone is equal and all that stuff, isn't. It isn't that at all, but we'll go over that in a bit. Anyways, this place has Rosellans, and they're basically just slaves. Because some point in the past, they did something that betrayed this kingdom in a way they didn't like, and we don't know what it is still. And so they enslaved the whole race of people, and they work in labor camps mining salt, and it's generational. They don't get to go free. During the war, some of them escaped, and they went to various places. In fact, there's a Rosellan village here that's part of the Wolffort territory. We look after them, and they look after us. They're very happy about that arrangement. So the fact that he's marrying a pink-haired person is a bit of a big deal. They bring it up a lot in the game. They bring it up a lot, and it's sort of like marrying a black person in the South in the 1920s America. There's some friction, not from everyone around here, but when there's some other people, like when they meet these people, like they straight up tell her that she needs to keep her mouth shut when she's around like higher ups. there's some serious conflict there, but she also had to deal with some of that stuff here. Her daddy was pretty nice to her, and some of the other people around her were pretty nice to her, but the rest of her family are jerks. All right, they're straight up jerks. Let's go over a few of them right now. Actually, they're not the main characters. They're kind of side characters, so let's wait on that. Anyways, she has family there, and they're doing all kinds of stuff. All right, let's actually introduce Roland. Roland is the childhood friend of Os, Serenoa, and Roland's a cool dude who's free-loving and likes to do all kinds of stuff and things. And he's also a prince of the first house, not a crown prince, Not a crown prince. He's not going to take the throne. His older brother is. Franny. Anyways, Rollin, a prince of this house, is our bestie best. And we hang out with him and he actually fights with us and all this stuff. And so we're going to go over the rest of the characters relatively quickly here. Oh, Gila. Gila is like the attendant and the tutor and things like that of Frederica. So that's what she does. And Huet is basically the bodyguard of Rollin, because the king's like, don't let Rollin get into trouble. So she follows him around. This is Huet. Anna is a spy. I don't know much about her, but she looks cool, doesn't she? Erador is one of your dad's pals. Erador, kicking butt, taking names. He's an older warrior, and he's a tanky boy. Benedict Arnold here. I mean, Benedict Pascal is frequently mentioned how super insanely trustworthy he is. They take every opportunity to mention in his bio every time he's talking. Benedict is so trustworthy, and I'm starting to get kind of sus. Like, what? Like, why would you stop telling me how trustworthy he is? He appears to be trustworthy. He does trustworthy like things. He acts trustworthy. But you tell me he's so trustworthy so much, I'm starting to doubt you now, video game. Anyways, he is not portrayed us or anything right now, so let's just move on. Oh, and he totally isn't holding a knife behind his back right there, planning to stab me in my own back with it. Oh, this is a newer recruit here, Curenton. He's a mage. He's an ice mage from the kingdom of blah blah blah. High sense. I knew that, and we picked him up here when we went to this kingdom. So now that you have the basic setting for all the different characters, let us go over all of the events so far. Here we are. So the game opens up with the pink-haired woman, and our wife to be, Frederica, and her handmaiden, or whatever she's called, Gila. And they get off the boat. They're assaulted by some ruffians, and we rough them up. The ruffians were pretty interesting and all this stuff. You can get this up. We rough them up and we take her home with us. Okay, she's like, oh, you saved me, and we're like, oh, we saved you, and then we go back home. Okay. Oh, there's the ruffians. Oh, also there's this mechanic in the game that you might not be aware of, where there's like voting, and there's different dialogue things, and it has a big impact on the story apparently, and who will be your allies and who won't be your allies. That's the big gimmick of the game, and besides just the cool story. So let's go to the next part of the story here. Here we are. And so we end up heading back to our home, and we introduce our wife to our family and all of our people. And the pappy comes out. Where's the pappy? Where is this? Where's the load screen? Let me see. Wait. Let me see if I can find the pappy. There's the pappy. And then see, we introduce ourselves with him, and there he is. Look how thick he is again. And he's a really nice fella. And but his heart's failing, and so he advocates his position to his son, and we have to take over. So we have to take over, and and then stuff happens. Then we immediately have to go to a tournament. Oh yeah, see, look his heart. Oh, poor pappy, his heart, it hurts him. Anyways, we have to go to this tournament. Oh wait, more talking. Oh, the delegates from other nations. We'll go over some of those people later. Our friend Dragon. There. We meet this fella here. Before we go into the town, we go to the harbor. Before we go to a tournament in the main kingdom, we meet our friend Dragon Esfrost from the kingdom of Esfrost. Now, he is not necessarily our friend. We meet him for the first time here. Now, as you can see in his information there, it says after his father Svarog was all but relegated to a life on Esfrost Outlands, he dedicated himself to his studies at the archives in hopes of restoring his family's honor. He's a young genius who discovered how to make explosives. So, what happens here is let's explain the S Frost situation. Okay, we're gonna explain the S Frost situation. So you have Gustav. Gustav is the main dude. He's the Archduke of S Frost. Now Gustav's brother, one of Gustav's a half brother of Gustav, I think it is, a brother of Duskrov, Xearrik, is he tried to like take the throne from him, and there was this big thing, and so that's why he got pushed out, right? All right. Now there's these other two people from there, and it's Erica. She's a prissy girl, and she don't like her sister with her pink hair, and they're constantly making fun of him. And then there's Thalys. Thalys is here, and Thalys is not a cool dude either. He does some shenanigans. He's not that nice of a guy. Can't trust yourself with Thalys. So Thalys is doing nasty stuff too. And their whole family is all kinds of nasty, right? They just don't like each other. There's all kinds of nasty tension going on between all these people from S Frost. So we meet him. We eventually learn all that stuff as we're playing the game. Now let's go to the tournament. Here, the banquet before the tournament. Yes. We do. This is just random characters. Anyways, the banquet before the tournament. We meet all these people, especially these people right here. These people right here are delegates and things like that from the Desert Kingdom, and we learn more about them. We'll talk more about them in a moment, right? We're not doing the Desert Kingdom just yet. So, anyways, the tournament goes, and of course, I kick the booty. All right, I kick all the booty. We get second place. I know we don't get first place, but we couldn't get first place because the game wouldn't allow us to get first place. It was like a hard loss. But we defeat the first big group of people, and we get into the finals, and in the finals it's just like a cutscene, and you get your booty whooped by some epic warrior dude who we haven't really seen since then. He's let me see if I can find a picture of him. This is the guy, Maxwell. He's some sort of super epic, amazing warrior of epicness. He's also the guy who's been training Roland a whole bunch, right? Roland. So, anyways, we win the fight that we can win, and we lose the fight that we can't win. And then after that, what happens after that? I mean, I know what happens after that. Then the big thing happens here. So there's a big meeting. Oh, hold on. Let's rewind a second. So the Pappy, when he officially gave the throne to us, he also gave us, here we go. He gave us this. He gave us this, and I remembered this is the thing. And he gave us the holy amazing scales of conviction, the amazing scales of conviction, and holy amazing trinity scales of amazing conviction, and with these, these scales are passed down through the house, Wolfort house. There's a tradition in the Wolfort house where these scales are passed down, and they're magical, I think. I don't know. I know, actually, I do know, and they might be. I'll just say that. Yes, they might be. Anyways, yes. Oh, yes, and they came with 7 coins. And I happen to have had 7 party members. Interesting. So, the way it works, the way their governance works in this kingdom, you have the main guy, which is now me. I'm the main guy. Yes, I'm the main guy now. Anyways, he'll pick 7 of his most trusted allies or advisors or whatever. 7 people. And those people vote on things. And they put their little coins in the thing. And then whatever, you don't get a coin, by the way. And whatever, but you can try to convince people to vote your way. And whichever way the scales lean, that's the way you go. And whatever the consequences, you will accept it. That is the way of House Wolfort. Anyways. Yeah, that's the thing. So the daddy gives you the scales. He gives you the coins. And then you go to the tournament, right? And then you prove yourself in the tournament. Everyone's like, who is this young guy? He's the son of the Wolfert. Wolfert, the mighty Wolfert's amazing dude. He's a pretty amazing dude, but we don't know almost anything about his son, but we prove ourselves. People are like, dang, he's pretty good. He can kick booty. Anyways, back to the story. So, afterwards, you meet here, and an advisor or somebody from the king comes here, and he says, the king wishes you to go on the boat back to one of the towns. And he's like, well, which one? He's like, well, the king didn't say, you get to pick. And so there's the two kingdoms. There's the kingdom of Esfrost and the kingdom of Desert Place at Hyzenten. And then so I was going to choose Esfrost because snow was cooler, and I was intrigued by the stuff up there. But I ended up choosing this because my waifu, my fiance, she wanted to go there and learn about her people, genetic people, the Rosellans, because that's where they had come from. And I was like, I want to learn about them too, because I don't know anything about them. At this point in the story, we knew nothing about them. So I ended up persuading everyone to go there rather than going to Esfrost. And so we go to Hyzenten, and that's where we meet all of these people. Well, we already met 3 of these people here. Let's go over who some of these people are here. You have the Exarm, Sorely, and Lila. These are the main 3 people. These are the Holy Seven of something. The Saintly Seven. Yes, I remembered what they were called. They're called the Saintly Seven. The Saintly Seven. These are 3 of the Saintly Seven. The bald dude. The bald dude is Sosley. And he looks like this. And then there's Exarm, which is that one, and he looks like this, and he seems to be the most diplomatic of them. He seems pretty decent. And then there's Lila, who totally doesn't look like she's gonna stab you with that dagger, who looks like this. And we end up going there. And oh, this is the end of the first episode, by the way, because we never end up going. We do the voting bit. Yeah, we do the voting bit, and then we make our decision. We don't make our decision here. We don't even do the voting bit here. We do the voting bit on the next day. So let's go fast forward to the next stream. Here we are on the next stream for the next day. Yes. And I did a little recap here. We do a little combat, I think. We learn little things. The voting. Yes, here's the voting where I convince everyone to go to the other place. So we go to the kingdom. Let's skip till we go to when we got to the kingdom. And here's the kingdom. And crap. Like, these people are, it says they're all equal. It talks about how they're all equal, but you can tell there's a clear distinction between, like, they are all equal, but not equal to them. Like, they don't include themselves with the people. They are different than the people. You can tell that the way they speak. And the people are all equal because everything is given to them. All their needs are given to them, and everything that they don't need to worry about things. They're told how they will work and where they will work and what they will do and all that other stuff. So they're very free, equal people because they're all free and equally nobodies, just slaves to the state. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, you go here, you meet these, and some of them are okay, but yeah, they're definitely treating their people kind of wonky donkey. And let's move on to the next part of the story. Remember, I'm skipping all kinds of stuff here. I'm just doing a brief summary here because this would be like a 10-hour video if I wasn't summarizing. Anyways, so this is a big medical thing. So another thing about the Hyzantines is they're really good with medicine, right? They're really good with medicines. And this, I don't think this is the guy, but there's some people in here. They do medicine stuff. They're really good with it. but they don't get to choose what kind of medical research they get to do. They don't even get to choose that they're doing research at all. Like, they're appointed to that position and they do the things that they're told to do. And one of them resents it and they steal some of their own research and they try to escape. And we end up having to battle them, unfortunately. That right here. And that's where this fella right here ends up joining us. This fella right here is an ice mage. We recruit him to our party. His name is Corentin, and he's a researcher, but for helping take down the people, they gift him a request. He requests to join us and go study with us, and they grant it to him. So he's in our party now, and he's so happy to be free and out of this nation where they're like, you do everything we tell you to do, or else. And you're happy now, aren't you? Anyways, we also meet some of the religious people here. We talk to them. Don't really do much beyond that. If you want the intricacies of all that talkity in this, you have to watch it. I'm sorry. Yes. And then we head back to home. And she meets with the pappy and all that stuff, and she's like, I would like to have, and she's learned more about her people, but not that much. We still don't know a lot. And she was like, I would like to, for our wedding, I would like to wear a traditional wedding dress of my people. And my character is like, cool, that's cool, man, let's do this. And so we go into this Rosella village where we get to talk to other Rosellans, and it's pretty neat to meet them. And she's getting fitted for some traditional dress of the people, right? And after that happens, Roland, our best bud here, he comes back and he's like, yo, my daddy told me I gotta guard the mines, so we're going to the mines. Also the mines, I didn't mention the mines until just now. Oh my god, the mines are a big thing. Oh my god, how did I forget to mention the mines? Okay, look, the mines are a big thing. Here, the mines. The mines, they border Frost and Glenbrook, right here on the border. And these new iron mines are discovered. And the reason that's such a big deal is, I'm not going to go into it, there's a whole bunch of stuff and you can watch the stream to find out, but Frost suffered the most of the three kingdoms, and they had the least amount of people who survived, and they already had a pretty small amount of people, and it was already a harsh climate and started to deal with. So they're struggling with the export of iron and things like that. So a new discovery of a new iron mine, a big deal. They're not really salty about it or anything, but they're salty. I mean, but not salty in the sad way. They just got a lot of salt. Anyways, they all three kingdoms decide to share the iron mine, and they all get together and they create some joint venture where they're all gonna mine it. So even though it's on Glenbrook territory, technically it's everybody's iron. We're all gonna share it and mine it and help with alleviate some of the issues that Frost has been going through. Also, the taxes for the salt has been creeping up. Not taxes, but the fees for the salt have been creeping back up pretty high, like they kind of were back before the war. Anyways, let us the mine's a big pivotal central role in this story because everyone's working to get that iron. It's a big deal. And Dragan, that fella who I mentioned earlier, the brilliant scientist guy, he's in charge of the mine because he's invented some explosives, and he's using explosives to help mine the mine, and it's a big deal. So our friend Roland, he comes and he's like, yo, join us in the mine. Where? And then, oh my gosh, the craziness. This is where it happened. Oh, is it? Where did it happen? There was a flashback. Oh, right here. Right here. Look at this. They blew a hole in that wall. Here, look at this right here. This is it. This guy right here. This is the dragon. He blew a hole in this wall right here. So afterwards, we're going to go visit the mine, right? And we find out we don't find anything because he's hiding it. They blow a hole in that wall, and then the characters go in and they're like, oh my god! And he's like, what's going on? And he runs in and he's like, oh my god! And then they cut away. They don't show us what it is. I'm like, are you serious? Oh my god, what's happening? And so then later on they show this scene and they're all outside here and they're like, You must be secret and you must not tell people about the super secret amazing thing we found. And they all agree, right? They all agree not to talk about the super secret amazing thing they found. And so he sends off a bird with a message to his father. The guy was exiled and who's part of the S-Frost Kingdom, but exiled. And then he also sends a message to the Archduke dude who's currently in charge of S-Frost. Now that guy, this guy right here, he doesn't like that dude's father, and he doesn't like his child, obviously, and he doesn't like that he's scheming. Oh, also, Dragon is a drunk. He's getting super boozy. He's falling asleep and drinking and super booziness. It was pretty funny. Anyways, and so he sends letters to both his father and the Duke, Archduke, and he tells the Archduke that he wants to be prime minister. And if he makes him prime minister, then he'll give him the super secret stuff in here in secret. And he's like, well, yes, I might make him Archduke. And then this dude right here, Dallas, is like, no, I'm the prime minister. You can't do that. And he's like, I know. Mayhaps you'll go and do something about him. And so then he goes and walks off screen. Anyways, and then after that, oh, here's the thing where they're talking. Yes, this is it. And he said, and this guy, that guy you just saw, sends that guy to go handle business. And he's like, oh, ho, 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 oh, ho, ho, ho. And he's doing maniacal evil laughter. Yes. Yeah, see, look, I hand down the orders. Yield or be crushed beneath my heel. Anyways. So then we walk into the mine because we're supposed to go there and inspect it. And he's like, oh my God. Dragon's like, oh my God. There was a collapse and you can't go look into that super secret hole. And I'm like, please let me look in the hole. And he's like, nope, it's dangerous. You can't go look in that hole over there because I'm hiding something. I mean, it's super dangerous and stuff and things. Yes. And so we are like, okay, you're our friend, Dragon. Here's a fancy gift we bought you. And he's like, oh, well, damn, that is fancy. No one's ever been really nice to me before. You know what? You guys are really nice to me. I wish I could tell you about my super secret. And I might tell you about I mean, I don't have a super secret. But you guys are pretty cool. I like you. Thank you. Thank you. And then... ambush! There's a big giant attack! Vile villains invade the mines and kill all the miners! Yes, there's some of the miners were walking around the mine here and there's a battle. Yes! Here, we're battling. And the mine's been invaded by these vile villainesses from the S-Frost Kingdom. And they're trying to kill poor little Dragon. And our job is to save him. And we save him successfully. And we do it. And he still doesn't tell us his secret. And that makes me very sad inside. He doesn't even tell us that he has a secret. This makes me so sad inside. And then this scene came. And if you notice up here in the corner here, this little guy in the head stand. Whole scene. Who's this little guy here? Who's this little guy? He just overhears they're all talking. And so he's getting ready to tell us his secret, I think. He's getting ready to join with us, and it's going to be amazing. We're going to learn what's in the hole. And then up here, see the guy? What the hell? What the hell? He just murdered. See, what the hell? I even said it then. Exactly, he never told us. Quick, use healing magic. Look, give him a damn mango. She won't give him a mango. And she won't use healing magic. It's crazy. How dare you not give him healing magic?
Dan, be strong.
Do not tell me I don't have a right mango. And I didn't have any right mangoes.
Forgive me.
Again. There's a healer right there. This one right here. I'll zoom in. Watch. Do something. She just stands there. She doesn't do anything.
I could have spoken the truth. I would not have come.
She's just looking forward.
I thought at last I could step out of their shadow. That I had the upper hand.
I have HP pellets. Shove one in his mouth. Exactly. I had HP pellets.
Father, forgive me.
Son of a bitch. There's our dead end. And he's dead. Wow.
No.
Wow. Wow. She just stands there. Wow. You know you have healing spells, right? Seriously, she does.
What world is happening?
That's messed up. It ain't right, man. I got no ripe mangoes either to bring him back. So he's dead now.
To set this right, my lord.
Dragon, we are hardly knew thee. So anyways, then some envoy sends word that the main kingdom is under attack. The main kingdom is under attack. And then we leave this guy the envoy to sit here and to bury the body of Dragon. and then Dallas shows up. A survivor killed him. And he's just like, kill this dude. And this dude's blind as hell. He ain't paying no attention. Is this dude blind? See what I there? He said that a lot of times. And then he died.
There you are,
And
fair Dragan.
and then he starts talking to his brother like he's
What a
alive.
pity that your dreams of being prime minister shall be nothing.
I thought maybe he had a
more
right
than
mango or something that he was going to give him because he's acting like he's alive.
Savior.
He's not alive at all. He's right mango-less. He dead. It don't pain him. I don't have any right mangoes, so he's dead. Oh, crazy ass. Look at him laughing like a crazy ass.
Lord Thalas, a word. The entire regiment of assassins have fallen as well.
Saves us the trouble of having our dead and be done with it. My brother
So
will
they
wish to
steal
do-
the thing. We never even learned that there was a thing in the cave. So they steal the thing. They killed everybody who knew about the amazing, super epic thing in the cave. And we never got to find out what's in it. They're killing me. What was in the cave? Hopefully we'll find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. And so anyways, the kingdom of Port Town. That's not the name of it. Brook. Something Brook is under attack. And so then we go to save them. See, look, they're under attack. And then, with the help of our best friend from Youngin, we find there's a secret tunnel. Okay, we infiltrate the secret tunnel. Roland, right, his name. And then we get past the lines, and then that's where we end the stream. We're about to stop these guys from taking the town. Look how epic this is. Oh, it's about to go down.
Hold strong! Don't let them get to the castle!
Right there. And so we're about to jump in. We're about to do some stuff I don't even really know. Hopefully at some point we find out what was in the cave. I need to know. Also, we got to find some ripe mangoes. We can't let this happen again, man. Dragon was a pretty cool dude. I mean, he was a drunk and he was a bit too much into himself, but I feel like we could have fixed him. Okay, we could have made him a better dude. Could have worked with him and like, look, man, stop getting so hung up on your damn family. You're a smart guy. You're a hard worker. But no, he gets shot in the back, and we don't have any mangoes, and our healer's useless. So he died. Hopefully it don't happen anymore. Anyways, I hope this recap was understandable. I hope to see you guys the next time I stream. Bye. Yeah, I hope this was a decent recap, right? This is an okay. I don't know. Maybe I'll do this for the next one. I don't know. But try to tune in if you can, because the story is way more in depth when you're actually watching it with me. And we can all be together like, oh Oh my God, where the hell's my right mango? Bye. And what's in the cave?